Alright, man. How's everybody doing tonight? I was about to quit on this whole potty thing on some real shit, but I started getting some people that were reaching out to me that were kind of telling me not to quit, asking me for advice and stuff like that. So apparently, a couple people before I got silenced were able to able to hear what I had to say, and then obviously people were grasping something from it. So one of the guys that been supporting me. I've been doing these little like cooking channels, trying to little sneak in some wisdom while I can. But I've been trying to do these little cooking channels on the Facebook thing, learning how to cook, just trying to make sure everybody understands. Man, everybody should be productive, like no matter what. I don't watch no TV. I don't um I don't waste no time, man. If I'm awake, I'm working. This is what I do for fun. I'll drop a potty, or you know what I mean. I'm doing 2 college courses right now. Listen, at the end of the day, regardless, it don't matter whether you feeling lonely or whatever you got going on. All that's irrelevant. As long as you keep yourself at a mindset where you gotta be producing for yourself. All the rest of the shit just comes with it, man, and that's what brings me to the potty that gonna be talking about tonight. My man hit me up and just said, yeah, he's been looking for the right girl, and this, that, and the next thing, and yeah, man, I told him flat out. I'm like, look, man, just stop looking. And I was like, honestly, like it's when you're looking for something, you never really find it. You know what I mean? Like even the most successful people in the world, like they're still looking for something. You know what I mean? The second you become content with what you found, aside from when you find the right one, like by all means, man, I think that you know what I mean. You should be absolutely grateful for that. But it should make you strive to do better for yourself. You know what I'm saying? To make that person appreciate you even more. Honestly. But even with that being said, though, like at the end of the day, you can't appreciate somebody that's not appreciating you either. The only reason you should be in a relationship with somebody is if they make you feel good. If they strive to make you be better, they ain't beating you in your fucking head every day, and making you feel bad about yourself, only pointing out the bad things about you. Nah, man, like it's a two-way street. I give respect to everybody off default. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care about none of that shit. The only thing I'm paying attention to with anybody is the color of their heart, man. If you got a black heart and you're rotten from the core, man, you better just keep that shit across the street. Because I ain't got no kind of time for it. Neither does my production, man. At the end of the day, listen, I'm a bitch when it comes to plenty of stuff. Plenty of stuff. As far as like not feeling like I'm performing or something like that, man, I'm the weakest dude in the world. Like if I think that I'm not doing good with something, like anything in the world, I do horrible at it. Like horrible. Like it's the worst thing in the world. Even when I try stuff new, like I have to be like in a environment where I'm like where I'm with somebody that like knows how to do it. You know what I mean? Like, and that I'm like, comfortable with them. Like, I'm cool with that person just to, you know what I mean? Um, know that they're not gonna be like cutting up on me if like because I'm gonna mess up like just starting out because I never did it before. You know what I mean? Like, I literally will like pick and choose who I try new stuff around. You know what I mean? Strictly for that, just because I know how I am. I just know how I am. You know what I mean? And I'll be beating myself up about sucking at something for a minute. And then every single time I cross that bridge, man, I'm gonna strive to do better. And that's a good thing about me, but at the same time, it's not because I'm self-destructive in that manner because of that. You know what I mean? So I just think that everybody should, you know what I mean? Everybody should take a little time for some reflection, man, and understand that. Listen, dude, I don't care who you're looking at. I don't care what like they could be the most successful people in the world, man. They can be the most successful people in the world, and they're still looking for something. All right, it's all about the standards that you set for yourself. Period. You're your biggest enemy. You're the only one in your way. I've been saying this shit for a minute. The capabilities of us as humans is astonishing. Is astonishing. I've seen it with so many people already. I've seen so many people grow. I've been a part of so many people's growth. I've seen it more recently in the last couple months within me with hitting levels of intelligence and hitting levels of progress that I've never ever touched ever in my life before. Never even thought it was possible. I was a drug addict for 15 years. Heroin addict, whatever. I did anything. 15 years. Sold drugs, was always on the run, in and out of jail, this, that, and the next thing. You know what I mean? Never, like, I was just a no good piece of shit, man. I mean, I still had a pure heart. I ain't never like go robbing no old ladies. I never stole from my family or anything like that. But you know, I was still a banana peel slip away from shaking a cup for quarters. You know what I mean? I ain't stepped one day in the 10th grade. Now I'm building softwares that I'm hoping to be able to put on the, you know what I mean, national stage with the United States government. You know what I mean? There's, you know, it's just there's so many things that people are able to do. It's just you have to motivate yourself to do them. Get off the phone, man. You know what I mean? Like, listen, look, I'm putting out this body, right? I'm making these little videos and the cooking stuff and everything like that, and I'm telling you to stay off the phone. Getting views will help me, and I'm still telling you to stay off the phone. If you're gonna be on the phone, be making your own progress, be making your own videos. Seriously, people got to start like getting a better understanding about this stuff, man. Yeah, today my man was like, "Oh yeah, well you're." He's like, yeah, why don't you just go, you know what I mean, like, chillax tonight, man, like, because he sent me a video of something he wanted me to cook, and I was like, yo, man, that actually looks really good, like, I'm super original, though, I don't like copying off of people, so I was like, yeah, look, I'm thinking about doing it like this, and he's like, yeah, yeah, I was like, and then he brought up the podcast thing, because, you know, I was talking to him, and he was like, hey, man, like, yeah, you're pretty good at, like, you know, giving advice and stuff. He's like, yeah, do you mind if I, you know what I mean? Talk, you know, reach out to you if I ever needed some advice. And I'm like, nah, man, absolutely. I said, listen, though, look, I ain't Houdini. You know what I mean? You take everything I tell you with a grain of salt, bro. You should not be believing anybody's advice wholeheartedly because we are all individually different. Our experiences are different, which reflects on our advice. You know what I mean? Everybody's got to stay open to the fact that their situation is 1000% different from anybody else's. Everybody is an individual for a reason. Individual is one, it's not plural. Okay? So everybody could have advice all that they want. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that people got bad advice. A lot of people got good advice. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got good advice. A lot of people got advice that could relate to somebody else. Yes. Okay. So you evaluate that advice and you apply it to where it's able to be applied that makes logical sense. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Everything else, it's not, you don't need to scold somebody because somebody's advice doesn't relate to your situation. No, 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 you don't do that. What you do is you evaluate the situation, you take the pieces that do apply, you apply them, you make the necessary adjustments, and then the rest of it in one ear and out the other. Ain't no big deal. Listen, everybody got to stay wise, though. They got to stay wise. They got to stay open minded about all the situations. One of the best advice I could give to people. You know what I mean? I think everybody should definitely stay open. But uh, back to the subject, I guess here. So he was saying that he'd been looking for the right girl, and I said, hey, listen, man, I think that you should stop looking. You stop looking and you stay more focused on elevating your own situation. Stop watching Netflix like you told me to do. You know what I mean? Jump on a college course. Dude, there's online courses that give you certifications that are like $30. Shout out to Udemy. They got like 80% off of all their courses right now. I'm doing a cybersecurity course right now on Kali Linux, and it cost me $30, and it gives you a certification, fucking certificate of completion, and everything. I'm doing a Python one too, and that cost me $10 for a lifetime. So not only am I able to learn it, but I could give it to my son too. There's just so many outlets out there that are offering people the the showing you the light. You know what I mean? You have to take advantage of these things. And I told him, I said, listen, man, at the end of the day, the crappiest part about today's day and age is simply this: is literally the fact that these phones enable all these people to have all these window shopping options. You know what I mean? It's literally like it's different from, like, 15 years ago. 15 years ago, you know what I mean? Who you seen at school was like that's all you had. You know what I mean? That's it. Like that those are your only options. You know what I mean? That's why you don't see any more high school sweethearts and shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's literally because, like, as soon as a girl gets mad at you, all she got to do is look on Instagram and see this dude all buffed up, and you know what I mean, all, like, you know what I'm saying, like, all pretty on the Instagram, but then, you know what I mean, like, so she just feels like, oh, at the end of the day, he already done winked at her, sent her a little wavy John or whatever, so they think they don't need nobody. And listen, us as men, we've enabled that. You know what I mean? We've enabled that, and yeah, I don't listen. There's just I could go on and on and on about the direction that this society is taking. That is just completely the wrong fucking way. You know what I mean? But I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna keep going. It is what it is. We can't change what it is. The situation is, in fact, what it is. So what I would do is, listen, at the way I see it is that everybody should, um not only be completely motivated into improving themselves, especially as men. With girls, I can't really sit here and try to tell you what to do when you're looking for the right guy, because um I don't know, the track record of females listening to anybody's advice, even their best friends, is like horrible. You guys are harder headed than we are, but as far as a guy is concerned, and they're tired of being alone and stuff like that. If you just pack up your schedule with self growth, I mean, it's in all different manners of the word. It could be meditating, it could be finding a new hobby that makes you happy. You know what I mean? Anything whatsoever. Um, you fill up your schedule with that. You know what I mean? Start thinking about the things that are important in your life. Start thinking about the people that are important in your life as well. You know what I'm saying? Start making sure that you know what I mean. You're staying in touch with those people. You're going to see them. You're leaving your house. Don't ever stay in your house, man. That's the worst thing a person could do for themselves, for their growth even. You know what I mean? You have to have that experience with talking to people. You have to have that social experience. It's one of the most important things ever. You know what I'm saying? In order to, it's just like with IT. You know what I mean? I'm doing courses right now on cybersecurity, networking. Networking yourself is one of the most important things. You don't need a college degree to get a pen testing, cybersecurity job. All you need is certifications. You don't even need a freaking high school diploma. You need certifications, and then you need to have people that know you. You have to talk to people. You have to network yourself. So it's the same thing in everyday society, man. Same thing with women. Listen, when I was coming up, if I went to the bar or the club or whatever, I went there by myself. Now, mind you, I love women, man. I love them. I think they're a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful creation that God put on this earth. Beautiful. And I always have loved them. So the way I see it is if I went out by myself or with a group of my guy friends, whatever the case may be. I wasn't planning on leaving with just my group of guy friends. Like I ain't like yeah, we're not doing that. We're not having a slumber party as grown ass men. You know what I mean? I'm hoping, just like most guys, you know what I mean, when they go out to the club, I'm hoping that I could wind up scoring, you know what I mean, getting lucky and wiggling my way into you know what I mean, into a good time. So I'm not a bad looking dude, but I'm not like the best looking guy in the world. I got scars all over my face. You know what I mean? Like not super noticeable, but I'm all tattooed up, chipped teeth from fighting and stuff. So it's not like I'm the best looking dude in the world. So it's never been my looks that have pulled anybody. It's as soon as somebody gives me the time of day after like 5 minutes or so, and they realize, you know what I mean, what kind of energy I'm really putting out. That's the only thing that's really ever got it for me. But even still, 8 out of 10 girls ain't gonna give you the time of day. So are you gonna let the first one that shuts you down shut you down? You gonna go home with your head in your chest? Hell no. Oh, that's not how I was anyway. I don't care. I could get shut down 12 times. I'm still gonna shoot my shot a 13th time. By the end of that night, I might have got shot down 10 times. But that one time somebody actually gave me the time of day and talked to me and then spent like, 15 minutes just hanging out with me, and then it started looking as if she came with me. And then all of a sudden, man, this girl's feeling really, really comfortable and okay with the scenario that she found herself in. And listen, man, I I'm a real big believer in the law of attraction. I truly, truly am. I'm a huge believer in the law of attraction. I think that, uh, well, it's actually like a scientific fact. There's actually been scientific studies on it. Shout out to the video The Secret. Um, when I was in rehab, they made us watch this video about the law of attraction. It was called The Secret, and it pretty much was a info like commercial kind of thing where it explained how the human brain gives off waves of energy. So the way you think about something, like if you wake up every day and you tell yourself, I'm gonna make it, man. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. And you wholeheartedly believe that and you tell yourself that every morning, you're gonna make it. If you tell yourself, you ever get that feeling like you were about to get caught doing something and you couldn't stop thinking about it, like when you were a kid and you thought, you know what I mean, you did something wrong and you were thinking about it the whole walk back to the house, like, man, I know I'm gonna see dad in there. I know I'm gonna see mom in there, man. Oh man, she's gonna know. She's gonna know I did it. She's gonna know I did that. What if somebody see me? Oh, this, that, and the next thing. As soon as you start doing that, then the second you walk in the house, it's almost as if your mom smells the shit coming right off you. Like you ain't showered in 5 days. As soon as you walk in the house, she just give you that stink ass eye like she already knows you fucked up. Yeah, listen, man. Your brain gives off these energies. This is why I don't keep negative people around me. I don't keep no negative people around me for the simple fact that I don't want that negative energy around me. You ever heard the expression misery likes company? Where the hell you think that came from? Misery likes company, so does all the rest of the emotions too. Happiness likes company, misery likes company, sadness likes company. It's the same thing, man. You ever be on a job where you got a coworker that just bitches about everything all the time? All of a sudden you just start finding yourself bitching about shit? It's the law of attraction, man. It's the law of attraction. So even if you shoot your shot at 13 girls, right? 12 of them shut you down. 12 that shut you down, don't feel bad about yourself, man. Don't be putting your head down because those 12 girls fucking rejected you or whatever. No, no, no. You're looking at it in the whole wrong way. You look at it like they did you a goddamn favor. Cause you thinking with that little pecker between your legs wasn't paying attention to the energy. All you was looking at was them big ass boobs and them, you know what I mean, that fat ass butt. That's all you were looking at. Your intuition and your energy itself already did you a service. If your energy ain't compatible, man, it ain't gonna work anyway. You know what I'm saying? So seriously, you gotta look at that like a blessing. And then when that 13th girl come up and that energy just feels right. Did you ever do something? Did you ever like when you're a kid or anything like that? You go to ask somebody, or like you have a school dance, and like everybody, when you first have your school dance, man, whoa. Yo, going up to that girl, asking her to dance, man, in front of all her friends, gotta be the scariest fucking thing a little kid gotta do in his life. That's like the first. That's like the first trial to be becoming a man. Seriously, go up and ask that girl to dance, man. And you're sitting there thinking the whole time, man, what if she says no? You're gonna look like a dick. Yeah, listen, I'm only speaking from experience, man. My first dance, that exact same thing happened to me. But I was like the class clown. Man, I thought I was a grown ass man by the time I was 12 years old. So I had the same outlook about, what I mean, picking up women back then that I do now. One says no, all right, that's cool. Music's playing. I was out on the dance floor by myself, dancing with every fucking body, dudes, girls. I didn't even care. I danced with everybody. I didn't give a shit. And at the end of it, the girl just wound up looking dumb because she's sitting there with her arms crossed. And you know what I mean? She was asked to dance, you know what I mean, from me first. I ain't asked nobody else to dance. I just walked up and asked her after she said no. I was like, fuck this, man. I ain't asking nobody else. If they're on the dance floor, they're dancing with me whether they like it or not. You know what I mean? Well, I went up having such a good time, man. I went up having such a good time. And guess what? What's even funnier than that is I wound up dating that girl later, too. But